Let me guess. You're not lazy. You're actually pretty smart. You understand the material. You get concepts fast. People probably say you have so much potential. So why are you still procrastinating? Here's the uncomfortable truth I learned way too late. Smart people often procrastinate more than everyone else. And once you understand why, you'll stop blaming yourself and start fixing it. Stay with me. I used to think procrastination meant I didn't care enough or that I needed more discipline. But look at what actually happens. You sit down to study, you open the laptop, and suddenly your brain starts overthinking everything. What's the best way to do this? Should I reorganize my notes first? What if I do this wrong? 10 minutes later, you're watching random videos or cleaning your desk like it's urgent. Sound familiar? That's not a motivation problem. That's a smart brain problem. Because intelligence doesn't just help you think better, it also gives you more ways to avoid starting. Reason number 1. Smart brains see too many options. When a task shows up, most people see one path. Smart people see 10. 10 strategies, 10 ways to optimize, 10 ways to mess it up. Your brain starts running simulations before you even begin, and the more you think, the heavier the task feels. So your brain does what it's designed to do under pressure. It delays, not because it's weak, but because it's overloaded. Think about writing an essay. Some people just start typing anything, but if you're smart, you're thinking about the structure, the argument, the perfect opening line. So instead of starting, you wait for the right moment. That moment rarely comes. Reason number 2. Smart people tie work to identity. This one hits hard. When you're known as the smart one, your work feels personal. If you try and fail, it doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like proof. Proof that maybe you're not as smart as people think. So procrastination becomes protection. If I don't start, I can't fail. If I rush it later, I have an excuse. Your brain is trying to keep your identity safe. You're not avoiding the work, you're avoiding the feeling of disappointment. Reason number 3. Smart brains live in the future. Deadlines, outcomes, consequences. That sounds useful until it isn't. Because instead of focusing on the next small step, your brain jumps to the end, and the end feels massive. Big tasks trigger stress. Stress shrinks mental space. That's when procrastination kicks in. So how do you outsmart your own brain without dumbing yourself down? The shift: stop using motivation, use structure. Here's the key idea. Smart brains don't need more motivation. They need less cognitive load. If you want to increase brain capacity, real focus, emotional control, and mental endurance, you don't push harder. You simplify. Step 1. Make the first step embarrassingly small. Not study biology, not finish the project, just open the document, read one page, write one sentence. That's it. Small actions bypass overthinking. Once you start, your brain relaxes, and momentum replaces motivation. Starting isn't about energy, it's about reducing resistance. Step 2. Separate thinking from doing. Smart people love thinking. Too much. So give your brain boundaries. Decide beforehand what you'll work on. Then when it's time to do the work, you don't negotiate. Thinking time is over. Doing time starts. This protects your focus and saves mental energy. Step 3. Build a daily mental reset. If your brain is always stimulated, it never recovers. That's why focus feels worse every year. Once a day, do this. 2 minutes. No phone, no music, no planning. Just stillness. This is where brain growth happens. Your brain processes stress, strengthens neural connections, clears noise. This makes starting easier tomorrow. At first, it feels uncomfortable. Your thoughts get loud. That's not failure, that's recovery. Step 4. Redefine what smart looks like. Being smart isn't about perfect output, it's about consistent action. A finished average assignment beats a perfect one that never exists. Every time you start before you feel ready, you train your brain to tolerate discomfort. That increases mental volume, more capacity, less burnout. You don't procrastinate because you're broken. You procrastinate because your brain is powerful and tired. So if you're smart and stuck, remember this. Overthinking creates delay. Identity fear fuels procrastination. Big futures overwhelm the brain. The fix? Shrink the first step, separate thinking from doing, reset your brain daily. Value consistency over perfection. That's how smart people actually win. Tonight, don't try to be productive. Just start small. 1 sentence, 2 minutes. Do it tired. Do it imperfect. And tomorrow, do it again. That's how you turn intelligence into progress. Let's level up together.